So less than 2 weeks na lang ang February 6. Kung wala pa between now and February 6.
Okay.
Yung lahat ng pagbabago sa Constitution will be valid and binding.
Oh, this is how I will address that, no? Kung wala pang decision ang Supreme Court come February 6, again, as a conservative lawyer, this is my personal opinion, not the opinion of the House of Representatives. I would think that the letters of the Constitution and the letters of the rules on impeachment of the House of Representatives still stand. What is significant about the decision of the Supreme Court, because this pertains to the second mode of filing an impeachment complaint, that is by at least 1/3 vote. Nagkaroon ng requirement of notice and hearing, even when the referral to the Justice Committee is not mandatory. Ito pong notice and hearing under the Constitution and under the present rules ay hindi makikita doon. So this is something new that was introduced by the Honorable Supreme Court. Now, what are we going to do kung February 6 na and the MR is still unresolved? It depends really on kung sinong tatanungin nyo, di ba? We may consider following the decision of the Supreme Court kahit hindi pa final. But the thing is, it will work technically as a withdrawal of the pending motion for reconsideration. Others may consider following the letter of the Constitution. At wala naman sinabi sa Constitution na notice and hearing. But the thing is, if you follow what you did during the first impeachment, you might face another petition for review. And you might face the predicament of being declared again as unconstitutional.
So ma'am, kung inaabangan yung ruling before February 6, what if, again, I'm speculating, magbigay ng ruling ng Supreme Court February 7 or after ng deadline ng February 6, will it redraw yung guidelines para sa impeachment on the second mode?
If the motion for reconsideration will be resolved on February 7, siguro the answer will be, it depends on the decision of the Supreme Court. If they will grant the MR, it means that we will be going back to the impeachment process. It means that the impeachment complaint archive in the Senate can be reinstated. But if the decision of the Supreme Court is to deny the motion for reconsideration, it only means that the requirement of notice and hearing for the second mode of impeachment, the one filed by at least 1/3, kahit hindi kailangang dumaan sa Justice Committee, we need to follow the requirement of notice and hearing.
So ma'am, liliwanagin ko lang po did I get it right na itong pinag-uusapan ng Supreme Court doon lamang sa second mode of impeachment?
Yes, sir. Because this is the way the first impeachment complaint against the Vice President was filed. It was filed under the second mode. And we can remember during that time, there were more than 200 members of the House who signed and verified before then Secretary General the impeachment complaint.
So kung gagamitin ng first mode, gugulong yung impeachment complaint independently dun sa nakasalang na Supreme Court.
You are correct, sir. Kung ang ifa-file na impeachment complaint is under the first mode, hindi supported ng 1/3. Because by first mode, the complainant is either private individual supported by a House member or by House member himself. Hindi po magiging issue ang pendency ng MR before the Supreme Court.
Using that explanation, yung tanong ko referring dun sa Vice President Sara Duterte impeachment. Kung i-apply yung the same explanation, hindi ko masabing rules, dun sa impeachment complaint for PBBM, mukhang ang crucial na laban nandun sa tatlong impeachment proposal.
Yun pong impeachment complaints against the President are all, at least based on news, dahil wala pa po ako nakikita kahit isa. I haven't received official copy of any of those. But basing it on the news report, it appears na ito pong tatlong impeachment complaint against the President. 3 impeachment complaints against the President are being filed all under the first mode. So ito po, first mode, mandatory dadaan sa Justice Committee.
Magulo na, guguluhin ko pa. Doon po ba kay Vice President Sara Duterte, meron ding naka-file na impeachment under the first mode?
I haven't seen any as yet. Kayo po ba may nakita na? Wala pa po akong nakikita sa news. Kaya we cannot comment on that yet because as much as possible, let us not speculate. Sabi mo nga sir, magulo. You are saying there will be impeachment both against the president and the vice president. If this will happen, let us remember this is a constitutional duty. No? Kahit magulo, and regardless of the survey, we have a mandate that we really have to face. No? This is not a matter of gusto ba namin or ayaw namin. What we should remember, kasama po ito sa aming pinanumpaang tungkulin. Isa o dalawang impeachment, pag na-refer po yan sa Justice Committee, we should be ready to receive the impeachment complaints.
So, is it possible for the Justice Committee to compel the President to appear before the committee?
As far as I understand, sir, it will be his discretion. It will be the discretion of the impeachable official, whether they will come or otherwise. Just like any other right to due process. If you don't come, it means you are waiving your right to be present.
Sige, magulo na, guluhin ko pa ulit. Nakita natin yung second mode, pwedeng mag-intervene ng Supreme Court. Saang parte ng first mode of impeachment, pwedeng magkaroon ng quote-unquote justiciable issue na papasok ang Supreme Court?
I cannot speculate on that, sir, no? Pero at least, of course, kapag may magfa-file ng petition with the Supreme Court, questioning any of the different stages of the impeachment process, constitutional duty rin yun ng Supreme Court to address and resolve the issue. So if the question is, saan pwedeng mag-intervene, it depends on which stage of the process is being questioned by the petitioner.
Ma'am, yun po binanggit ni former Congressman Mike Defensor na itong si Zaldico is willing to testify on one of the impeachment complaints. And considering nga na he is a fugitive, pwede ba yun na he will testify kung sakasakali po mag-proceed itong impeachment na po against the President?
I think it's everybody's right to testify, no? For as long as he is willing to appear and to take his oath. It applies to all, no? Kung itong mga intended witness is willing to come before the Justice Committee and take their oath, of course, they can testify. Lahat po ng ebidensya supporting the impeachment complaint has to be sworn in before the Justice Committee.
Wala kang